Back when I was a kid, we lived on a lake out in a little town called Winston, Georgia. And it was hot. We didn't have air conditioning back in those days. I don't know if it had even been invented yet. If it had, we didn't know about it. We didn't have any. But I survived because we had a lake. And what I used to do is just go jump in that lake every time I get hot. Which meant I was running around in a bathing suit all the time. I'd be out doing whatever I was doing. Whatever I was doing, I'd be close enough where I'd go jump in the water and cool off whenever the need struck. And it struck pretty often. I can almost in my old age envision me doing something very similar with this pool. Coming out here and jumping in the pool, cooling off, going out there in the garage in my drippy wet bathing suit, and my flip-flops, and welding up a bumper or something. I'd probably lose some YouTube viewers, you know, if I started doing that, but man, it'd be one way to beat the heat. In fact, I'm just thinking about it. I got that boat sitting on that trailer. I got a little thing that sucks out leaves and straw and stuff, and that boat's got 12 years worth of stuff like that inside of it. And I was thinking, well, I'd go down the garage and grab that thing, and we can go out there and suck the dirt out and vacuum it out, and maybe even take that seed out. And all the YouTubers just have to deal with it. You know, they could either stick around or they could watch Waylon Wire. Waylon Wire put some good stuff up lately now. When we first started, we was both making videos, and I was making little short ones, and maybe he was too, but at a certain point, he got to where he was making less videos and longer videos, and you know me, I just kept making them. Mine have gotten a little longer, but I still put up 1 or 2 a day. But he said, you put up too many videos, I can't watch all of them. And I said, well, your videos are too long. I can't sit through one without getting bored and having to go look at what Musty One's doing. So we've had that. We've had so many joking arguments down through the years. There was a time when we were, you know, I lived up in Maine and he lived out in Washington State, and we was both getting weird weather, and I would accuse him of sending me bad weather, which he did if you think about it, because the weather comes from out there, and so he was sending me all them snowstorms and stuff. And then I started telling him, well, I'm going to send you one, you know, and I'd send him a storm, he'd send me a storm, I'd send him a storm. Of course, none of us had control over that, but we pretended like we did, and we had a good time. Then we built up a fantasy about, you know, Disney. I think we called his place, my place, mine was Disney North, and his was Disney West or something. I can't even remember. And then there was that time that he run off with the Colombian, Bolivian hula dancer, the red-headed Bolivian hula dancer. And me and Cutworm had to go down there and take machine guns and jeeps and helicopters and bust him out of jail and bring him back up here and sober him up, you know. And I probably missed some of that. We both started off building rat rods. I built mine, he built his, and he built about 12 more, and I messed around with cars, but I couldn't keep up with him because, you know, he only works part of the year, and the rest of the year he's out in that garage building stuff. And of course, he's got way more money than, you know, Rockefeller. Bless his heart, but he works hard and earned it, so can't hold that against him. But he's a good old boy. I like him a lot. We almost got together once at the 100-car pile-up, and I backed out at the last minute because I was working a day job and couldn't get time off work, and wasn't sure my old Rambler would make the trip. Of course, looking back, I know it would have because Josh drove it all the way to South Carolina, but really sorry I missed that. That would have been a lifetime, once in a lifetime thing. But you know, we've had a lot of once in a lifetime things, even though we've never actually met. I still like him, he still likes me. I was watching him the other day, I thought, dang, he's getting older. Of course, not that I'm not getting older. I think he is, until I said that. But anyway, if y'all get tired of watching me walk around in flip-flops, the bathing suit, and no shirt, just go over and watch him, because he's doing some good stuff. He's just burnt the motor up. He's got a nice pickup truck, and he set it on fire and burned it to a crisp, just so he could show off and put it back, you know. And then he dug the old 32 Chevy Confederate truck out that he built 12 years ago or so, 12, 15 years ago, and he's driving it the other day. He's a good old boy. If you like him, he was with us when Dad Dan was alive and a lot of those other guys. So anyway, that's all I'll say about that there. I'm about to soak my head in the pool some more, and then I'll then find that vacuum machine and If y'all don't want to watch that part, I don't blame you. I wouldn't want to see me in a bathing suit either. That's just how I feel about it.